celebrating 25 years. More intimate here on More 94. A little movie right down there, One Touch. My brother Sammy Star on the King Side rhythm. Baby, give me one touch. I could have sung that song. Then Sammy would have been mad. See, so I let him have that one. Ladies and gentlemen, give it out to I'm giving you the best music on the planet. Big L is in the building, and on this wet Wednesday morning, that song. You know what? I gotta remember this is the morning show. Got a kid and thoughts of me. I don't know what's wrong. All right, play it. Let's talk sports. Let's have it go someplace else. Room is connected now, so we're going to talk about what happened in the world of sports over the course of the night, locally and internationally. So let's introduce him to the show, Mr. Jerome Smith, representing Sideline Sports ENT. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, top of the morning, man. Good morning, Bahamas. This is Sideline Sports and Entertainment Bahamas. Turn the stories from the sidelines and the headlines. Here only on 194.9 FM. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on this wet, way back Wednesday, y'all. From the local side, hey, nothing much going on right now, but gotta say, for all of our basketball student athletes, definitely looking forward to the IBA Bahamas Jamfest coming up this weekend. That'll be held this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting at 8 to 8, and on Sunday it's going to start at 1:30. Again, all of the past couple weeks, I've been seeing a lot of really good basketball talent, and it's actually really good to see it actually moving along now. And also, just a little tidbit out there for all you basketball student athletes out there. Hey, people are looking. So you guys come on out, bring your A game. And yeah, man, looking forward to seeing basketball continue to move forward. Now we're going to hop straight over into the international side, keeping it in line with basketball. Big L, what a night in the playoffs, man. The excitement you were talking about, stuff exciting happening. Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets, so they took care of the Celtics last night, 123 to 109, the final score there. So that means Brooklyn has finished and they advanced. And it looks as though the Brooklyn Nets might be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks for the next round. Again, I'm going to be interested to see that. Just looking at the stats from last night, James Harden was one who went off for the big three. 34 points last night. Kyrie finished with 25. Kevin Durant with 24. And on the other side for the Celtics, Jason Tatum, man. I'm telling you, that kid is definitely a superstar, man. Finished with 32 points. Again, just not enough to get it done, or not enough to handle the Nets. We got the other game was well, hold on, before we go into the last game, of course, we had the Suns and the Lakers. The Suns took Suns took care of the Lakers, a blowout game.
From beginning to the end.
Yeah, a dominant performance, man. So
I was so excited that the Suns didn't take their foot off their neck, man. That was that's what really, really had me going. Like, there was no point where the Lakers were even able to make a run. You know what I mean? Like, the Suns kept like, nope, we want to win this game by at least 25 points. We ain't even letting y'all get closer than that. Like, it was one of those games where they said, we have to make a point, and they did it, man. And I don't know if it's, I want to say Anthony Davis is definitely a difference maker, but the way the Suns played last night, I think even if Anthony had been there, it still would have been a good Suns game, because they were on, bro. Like, they were really on. Like, they came to play basketball and they did it. So even if Anthony had played, unless he had a superb game, I don't think there was going to be much of a difference in terms of win-loss. Like, I think the Suns still would have been able to win that game. They were on. They played really good basketball last night, man.
Hey, so again, just talking about Anthony Davis. I mean, again, hopefully he recovers from his injury, everything goes well. But man, I was kidding around with one of my boys last night, and I was like, they're talking about Anthony Davis. I was like, man, hey, to me, I feel like that dude better than wet toilet paper. Just the dude is just
the amount of injuries he's had.
Play.
He gets hurt a lot. He does get hurt. But I mean, he's them bones. They stretched out, like they're fragile. Like,
exactly, like I said, he is more fragile than wet toilet paper.
Yeah, but once he's on, though, he's definitely one of the best.
Yeah, definitely remarkable.
At his position. So Hopefully, hopefully he can get strong again because I want it to be. If I do want the Suns to win, don't get me wrong, I do want the Suns to win the series, but I don't want it to be one of those like, oh, they only win it because
Right?
Anthony
Yeah.
Davis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if he only plays this next game, I want Anthony Davis to be healthy enough to play. I was surprised that he actually was warming up, considering he had a groin injury. Like, why would you even risk, injuring yourself further if you have a groin and you're going to sit out the game? If you knew that, like, why would you even at warm up? But anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, what's up with LeBron leaving the game early, man? I mean,
They were
clearly
down 30 points, bro, and it looked like again, like I said, the Suns were not letting up. LeBron, there was nobody else on the Lakers stepping up to even make him feel as though somebody else wants it as bad as me. I honestly, I blame LeBron. Ain't like LeBron playing at 100% either. So I blame him. Like, why would I? Nah, man. If nobody else on the,
it's poor sportsmanship, man.
you think so?
Yeah, but poor sportsmanship.
Booker, Aiden, and Chris Paul was out early in the game too. like the Suns took their styles out too. Like, it was like, don't make any sense. You all hate yourself either.
Hey, okay.
The last game of the night, or not even the last game. This one though was definitely the most exciting.
Yeah. The Nuggets and the Trailblazers, 147 to 140. So
that boy, damn.
Dollar.
That boy, damn. If anybody ever doubted that Dame is one of the best to ever play that position, like I know there's a lot of talk because he hasn't gotten far enough, consistently enough in the playoffs, and he has a good team, so I can't really put my finger on it as to why they could never cross certain hurdles. But that Dame Dollar, that Damian Lillard guy, last night performance, I mean, 70% from the field goal, 70-something% from 3-point, and he actually scored 12
3 points in the second overtime. And in total put up 55 points last night. Well, yeah.
They were supposed to win that game. With that performance from Damian Lillard, they were supposed to win that game. And I actually think they had a good shot too, even if not another overtime, winning that game. But that stepping out of bounds from CJ, I know that hurt. I mean, how do you go in the locker room and not feel as though
Hey, that's what I am when you go, hey, either you the last one to go in the shower because you're waiting for everybody to clear out, or you hurry up and go in the shower and get out.
But congratulations going out to the Nuggets for definitely keeping their composure. With Dame putting on that performance, that could have actually discouraged you as well as a player. But they kept fighting and they pulled off the win. So shout out to the Nuggets.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Tonight we got the Wizards and 76ers at 7:30. Oh, I'm sorry, at 7. At 7:30 you got the Hawks and the Knicks. The Grizzlies and Jazz at 9:30, and then at 10 o'clock we have the Mavericks and the Clippers.
Let me say that if the Knicks lose tonight and the Hawks advance, I want the Knicks to know they would have really let their fans down, because that would be a disappointment to their season. They're such a good team right now, and to not discrediting the Atlanta Hawks, they're a good team as well. But everybody expected the Knicks to be able to at least make it to the second round. Like, I would be disappointed. You don't think so? You expected the Hawks to be able to beat the Knicks? I thought the Knicks was gonna win.
Well, I tell you, welcome to the new age, baby. Y'all ain't know who Ice Tray is.
I thought the Knicks would have won it, though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they would have.
I mean, I'm glad to see they doing, definitely progressing, but and then from the WNBA, Jonquel Jones and the Aces. Jonquel Jones, Connecticut Sun took on the Aces last night. They won their game, and our girl Jonquel Jones continuing to do a thing. She finished up with 23 points, 7 rebounds, and assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks last night. So yeah, man, JJ, continue to look good, continue to do her thing, man. And then the last little note of interest. So the tennis leaders, they pledged to address Naomi Osaka's concerns about players' mental health.
Exactly.
So, like you said, Miguel, we expect to see some changes.
She was the perfect person to take us down. You cannot have the tennis league continue right now without someone who's clearly the best in the league not playing. It's not going to be exciting. The numbers are going to fall. You're going to have people really upset about it. So, with that being said, let's see how we can correct. She was the perfect person. the perfect person to get that started. So shout out to Naomi.
So Crash, I know we gotta wrap it real quick, but Big L, so do you think we go to now like, hey, where athletes are like, hey, I don't want to talk to the media.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. Keep in mind, you have the NBA players been trying for the longest to
but they on the contract though. That's a part of their contract. They are supposed to be made of.
But what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to make it in a way where the reporters now have to be more considerate of the questions that they decide to ask at the end of games. Like if it's not like 100% sports related, like don't even bother with it. Stop getting into how did you like last night when they asked Damien that, of course. You asked the guy how about the loss or what's not, like how he felt. Like, come on, like why would you like he just lost a game that he put his heart and soul into. He doesn't want to talk about that right then. Like he just like my own man. I'm still trying to process it. Like, give me a minute, let me. And that's how important mental health is, bro. Like, but anyway, it is what it is.
Be talking with this for a minute, but anyway, hey, as far as sports is what, definitely a wrap. Big L, all on you, man, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all keep it all locked in. Like he said, that's going to put a cap on it for that element. But once we get back, we'll roll fishing the 9 o'clock hour. So let's take the short commercial break. More music and more entertainment is always on More 94. Good morning.
Are you here?